invitation of a starlit dawn, you were to become my brilliant heir, a French twist, a halo of braided gold, and your skin as sad as butterscotch. I wish to be rewarded by rare medals and carnival candy. I will reveal everything after the ominous celestial events of all previous evenings. I will spill the beans about the reasons that brought me here, but sleep is so confounding, as a seal trapped beneath a broken glacier. I wind my watch and inform the time that it's running out. I'll emerge from this fog, my body in a cloud, my mind like sour steam rising, somnambulant and so very proud, usually as the sun breaks and the clock strikes my hands. Out of its wake, declaring every rapt moment as ether sweet, is longing left gasping for love with effervescent breath. Our blasphemous noises ill-represented by any recognizable sound. May I bathe in your white milk and long unabashed for your red silk forever? Can't I be where all immediate sensations are not deliberately stemmed? For I have become insubordinate and unconsolable without you. After all, I have finally obtained a special illicit permit. Yeah, permission from wraiths unseen to leave at will. You must have had an in with the Mephisto who ran this joint. A giant shadow that paces this prison's perimeter. A boogeyman, a thief, a murderer everywhere. Was it you who allowed my torment off the grounds? Death's driver took our field trip to a weeping beach to toss our hats upon a tidal wave, observe the surf eroding mythic mountains, just to straddle your seismic faults, completely bewildering the ebb and flow of oceans, confounding both flotsam and jetsam in its immediacy. Eddying perilously below the dizzy heights of sheer cliffs, vaulting the high fence that separates islands from the bounding main, catapulted over the unrelenting cannons of the siren, still reticent about revealing secrets, protecting weakness hung on rusted hangers in respective closets. My patience has been made threadbare by this torrid activity. An imaginary bridge had spanned our menacing pleasure. Invariably, the waking moment briefly dissipates doubt, shedding lingering regrets into ribbons, fermented in quarantined hibernation, fists against the blinking eyes like bats attempting once again to trust the sun. I take refuge below the impending weight of an unpredictable day. I feel safe for a second in this lower berth, cheek against your ghostly neck. Love has been marooned and stranded under the sedation. But now I stand against the pangs of an empty life, worshipping the cold air that rejuvenates my concepts instantly. I recall in a nightmare once saying, "Here we are now," and sleep's where we were. Discovering what we lost at dusk, we regained by dawn. That peculiar morning against your will, I captured your perfect mouth. Promised to stay chained to your circling words, but when your fear made no more sense to me, I ran away. I wondered, than worried alone. Did I tell you that you transmitted smoke signals in the dark that night? Or that I saw you astride a stallion through the fog? Did you know that I inhaled your scarlet letters, dining on sentences and non sequiturs as you talked in your sleep, sometimes frightened by your forked tongue punctuating my edge like a knife? I tried exorcising the demons, absorbing all your phantoms like a sponge. As each dark hour unraveled, wringing them out like bloodied rags, as the sweat dried and the rays blazed through the blinds, our bed capsized, drowning all aboard. No matter how bad your attitude, all I ever saw was your beauty. On the isolated lake, this black drake dared the white swan, skirting dallingly above the deep of inky, seething waters, hearing the racing echo under the feathered breasts growing louder, rising to the waterline through the river's muddy blood. Your trumpet and your songs clearly need a rest. Here's my shoulder and an ear at your bequest. Is sleep the champion of strangers? Does it want to save the shy from pain? Its ulterior motives are always held in check by tragedy. Are we willing to overcome our skepticism of the sorrow of darkness? Taking the easy way out from the faint heart of romance? Dissolving valentines before going into a long trance? Now and forever your life is gone and over. The red end of a flashlight that never returns to camp, turning a blind eye to the blues of an effortless sky. Death is a mirage reflected off the surface of the shallows above an unsatisfied sea. A scarlet angel soaring above a black, mad river, a red bird against the backdrop of an exploding galaxy. All the stars in the Milky Way will have to wait in the wings. A flood of tears has spoiled your parting dress. What happened to the heart that once held hope in its chest? The hiding place in the forest of trees that could protect you from the weather. Shrinking in horror from your terribly fertile imagination. You wanted out of these woods, but ended up lost in them. How do we meet after having fallen asleep? On the lam or when we sink? How do we convene now that you have died, as that's been the hardest pillow to swallow ever? I'm writhing from all the scathing lies and the judgments made by others, outsiders, scripted for our demise. A centrifugal force spirals me up and out of sleep's window. Abruptly I awake, stare into space. All that's left there is an innuendo instead of your face. A whisper, a sob, a black stain. My fate barred from the exit. And here I wait, frozen by the outdoor of your exodus.